Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Baltimore Orioles. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. Corey Seager riding a power surge coming into this one, Chris. He's homered in 4 straight games.
He is managing to find pitches that he can barrel up and do damage with, and really that's the key for him. As long as he can get the bat to it, because he's so strong, there's a good chance that it leaves the ballpark.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and today's starter, Grayson Rodriguez. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work a couple of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command, tempo, and just really a confident presence out there on the mound.
Here's Leody Taveras. The pitch. That's towards center. Lewis drifts towards it, puts the squeeze on it, and there's one away.
Batting second, the second baseman, Christian.
Here's Christian Arroyo. Here's a 1-1.
That's a ball.
And he takes a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Mountcastle to first in time. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. Now it's Corey Seager, second in the AL in home runs. The 2-1. The 2-1 is high. Shohei Ohtani in the on-deck circle. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. And the righty deals. Got it by him for the K. 1-2-3, go the Rangers. Orioles due up in the first, no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Jackson Holliday.
The shortstop, Jackson Holliday.
And the pitch. Strike 1. Foul ball. Righty to the plate. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And he deals. Gonna count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
It's a good take.
Next pitch just misses, and it's a full count.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
So now 3-2, and there's ball 4.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. Good contact guy, good defender. That's in there. Strike one.
0-1.
And ball one.
Outside.
Holiday on at first. Nobody out. Check on the runner, and he's back in standing. The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a ball and 2 strikes. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Cabrera makes the play, and there's one away.
Batting third, the right fielder,
Joey Meneses, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Meneses.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Count 1-0.
Runners are at the corners, one away. That's a base hit, run scores.
Back-to-back base hits. Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
Adley Rutschman, batting with one down, takes a strike. Righty delivers. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw, and it gets away. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And the batter now, Jake Fraley. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to...
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. Jake Fraley launches one. 3rd home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one at the knees for a strike.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Garcia settles under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Here's Miguel Sano.
Sano
Pulls that one foul.
These guys like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game. Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Kicks and fires. And that one is in for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But they take the lead thanks to a 5-run outburst. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Orioles 5 and the Rangers nothing. New inning getting started. Now here's the Rangers DH, Shohei Ohtani. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And that's a little bit high.
I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
Next offering is fouled back. And down on strikes he goes. 1 away.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And now it's Rowdy Tellez. Rodriguez, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
And it is 2-1. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Swing and a ball popped up, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Batting 7th, the third baseman.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien.
And a pitch. And a ball evens the count. And down on strikes. And that is that. 1 left for Texas. It's 5-0. Welcome back. This is Kyle Lewis.
For the Orioles, the center fielder, Kyle Lewis.
And a pitch. That's in there, and that is strike 1. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
1 ball.
Strike 2. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The pitch. And it's even up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one hit to first. And he takes it himself for the out. So the batting order turns over. And now the shortstop, Jackson Holliday. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Simeon pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, number 50.
And now Brendan Rodgers. He's 0 for 1.
Rodgers.
In there for strike 1. That one missed. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Out towards right center field. Garcia really on his horse for this one. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. But they hold a 5-0 lead. On to the 3rd inning. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Corey Lee.
Corey Lee.
That one is hammered right field. That's going back. Back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now here is Adolis Garcia. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Got him. And there's 2 away.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And here is Leody Taveras. He's 0 for 1. The 1-1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
The next pitch misses. 3-1. And now a full count. The wind of the pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 5 and the Rangers nothing. And welcome back as we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it's the right fielder, Joey Meneses. The pitch.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This 3rd inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the starter work really hard out there.
Grabs it on the run. 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left. Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
Mountcastle stands in now and watches strike 1.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. At the belt and fires. And there's a strike. And the 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Orioles held in check there as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Arroyo. That hits the dirt. 2-2. And a rope into center field, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So a man aboard. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Corey Seager went down on strikes his first time through. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. Corey Seager goes deep. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 5-2. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or two without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Falling behind 2-1. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play. And I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
And a 3-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Two now. And now the count filled up 3-2. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Oswaldo Cabrera. And he's already singled in this game. 3-2. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now it appealed to third. Did not go.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Here's a 1-1. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cabrera, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Orioles 5 and the Rangers 2. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the 4th, now the left fielder, Jake Fraley.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Struck him out looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Wow, short work to send it back in to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Flied to right his first time. In for a strike, 0-1. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. That was a moonshot. And they add a run. It's 6-2.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Base is empty, 1 away. Miguel Sano will hit next. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Lewis stands in now, looks at that one inside. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Out in front and foul to the left side. Sets him down looking. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Holiday in the box again, takes a strike. Tap softly to the right side. Throw over to Tellez, and that's the 3rd out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We've played 4. It's the Orioles 6 and the Rangers 2. Back now at Oriole Park, and here's the catcher, Corey Lee. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Bo Brisky appears to be getting loose. Johnson warming up as well. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Looked like he reached back and got a little extra on that one. Triple digits on the miles per hour through the zone. No chance of touching that one.
The wind and the pitch. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Popped up left side. Holiday makes the play, and it's out number 3. For the Rangers, they still trail it here It's 6-2. Back here at the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Rodgers. Parra back to work. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think it's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
To the right side, Arroyo whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
And the 1-0.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That one the other way. Makes the grab. 2 down.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
Mountcastle, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Ball.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Ground ball left side. Simeon throws across the diamond. That's the inning. Nothing across here this half. 5 innings complete. It's the Orioles 6 and the Rangers 2. A new arm into the game, the righty Bo Brisky. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Christian Arroyo stepping in for the Rangers. And now 2-1. The pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Snags it on the run. And there's 1 down.
Now batting.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. He's already homered in this game. Next offering upstairs.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Dave Mendoza, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Aiken, a left-hander, also throwing. Kicks and deals. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Man at first. Next to bat, the Texas cleanup hitter, Shohei Ohtani, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Ball to strike. The pitch. And that's outside.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
Pitch is in there. 2-2. He goes down looking.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game. I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach. Figure out how they're beating him. Make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Here's Rowdy Tellez. Pitch is in for a strike. 3-2 now. Two outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, struck him out. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Orioles. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Luis Medina.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Here's Adley Rutschman. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. The pitch. And now it's even up.
Clearly all in on the fastball right there, but it was a changeup. Bottom just fell out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment.
That one not close. Full count, 3-2. Ripped into left center, base hit. Around first, heading for 2. Fires to second too late, and he's got a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's the left fielder, Jake Fraley. He's done some damage, launched a homer at his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was a tone setter, no doubt. I mean, you can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't go down quite as smooth.
The 2-1. Started to swing, held up.
Nice job to keep the hands back on that one. Out in front just a little bit.
Foul ball there. And here's a 3-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Next offering upstairs. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And there's a ball. Next offering is fouled back. Got him looking. 2 away now.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Miguel.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Miguel Sano. 1 for 2. The kick, the 3-2. High in the air, out to right. Garcia makes the grab on the run. And the Orioles leave 1. They lead it 6-2. And welcome back. And now Oswaldo Cabrera. The Rangers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Next offering is downstairs. Smoked on the ground to second. Sends it to first. That's the first out in the top of the 7th.
The third baseman, number 2, Marcus Semien.
Here is Marcus Semien. Payoff pitch. Line drive, caught.
Clearly stole a base hit right there. Excellent job. Great athleticism by the shortstop to make that leaping catch to bring it down. It was a line drive headed for the outfield.
Here's Corey Lee. And here it comes. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's to third. Henderson. Now the throw to first on the run. Out number 3. Back here in Baltimore, here's the center fielder,
Leading off
Kyle Lewis.
For the Orioles, the center fielder, Kyle Lewis.
And the right-hander deals. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
He can live up in the zone all game if guys will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitter's got to look down in the zone.
Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a man aboard now with one away.
That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
Next to hit, Brendan Rodgers. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but, you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
2-1 now. And fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And the righty deals. Nice grab. The throw over to Seager. On to Tellez, and the double play ends the inning. So one hit is all they get. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Orioles 6 and the Rangers 2. Ready to begin the 8th. Now, Adolis Garcia.
Leading off for Texas, the right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Off the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Darwinzon Hernandez preparing to come on if needed. The 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. And the pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
Here comes a 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Line drive, base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he'll make it into 3rd with a triple.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now, Christian Arroyo, 1 for 3. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Left-hand hitter waits. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Brian Baker gets the call from the pen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Number 43.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Baker.
Corners are occupied with 2 down. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And he deals.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Rowdy Tellez hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat, and they'd love to give him a shot here.
The 3-1. And they're all loaded up.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So 2 down. And here's the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. That's down and in.
2-2 the count.
Lifted in the air, right field. Meneses under it. Puts the squeeze on that one. And that ends the inning. Work from the Baltimore pen there.
Leading off.
Welcome back. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. The 1-1.
That's outside.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Swung on, belted. Taveras ranging back on it. Back some more, and it's gone. His 4th home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 7-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. Ball to strike. There's a high chopper. Lee whips it to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered here in this one. The wind of the pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
The 1-1. That's hard hit in the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that will end the inning. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 9th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 7 and the Rangers 2. We go to the 9th. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Oswaldo Cabrera. That's in there, and that is strike 2. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Keegan Aiken getting loose out there. Hernandez getting loose as well. Next pitch is outside, and the count is even 2-2. At the belt and fires. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Righty to the plate. Cabrera checks his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Kicks and fires. And he walked him.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there. If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Close one. Doesn't get the call. 3-1 now. To first, maybe a 2-ball. Feeds to second, out there. On to Mountcastle. It's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Corey Lee is just one strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Guys start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
7-2 your final here today as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
For the victorious Orioles, 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Rangers, 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Thank you for joining us.
PlayStation